There is a very, very big bullish structure forming on Bitcoin's chart right now that we need to pay attention to, because if this goes through completely and if this does execute, we could see a massive move for Bitcoin soon here. So honestly, let's not waste any more time at all and let's get straight into the video, guys. So what we're going to be paying attention to, currently speaking, for Bitcoin is what is happening on the 4-hour charts. Now, we actually did talk about this over on my second channel earlier this morning. What you can see here is I did a 27-minute live stream talking about the state of the market right now, where we were, CPI report, and much more. So guys, go to the link in the description down below, go check the second channel out and let me know what you think. But overall, as I mentioned before, what we're seeing right now is something crazy here on the 4-hour charts. Now, for those of you who've been in the TA world for a while, what you can see is we quite clearly have what many consider to be a cup and handle pattern forming here on the 4-hour charts. Now, I will give a bit of a warning before I do continue on with this video that I still think in the short term, Bitcoin isn't the best time to buy right now. Although there is the possibility of some type of breakout here and we might go towards the upside, there are some indicators in the back end, the fundamental perspective, that are showing that we may see a bit of a pullback before that or more consolidation. It doesn't seem like we're just going to go straight up like this. So no matter what I'm about to say, right, going forward, I want you to keep that in the back of your mind, that I still wouldn't be going crazy long on this. I wouldn't be betting all the house on this, because there are still some things in the background. And remember, you can see that on this video. Now, what we can see, though, is that we have what many would consider to be a cup and handle pattern. Now, a cup and handle pattern is what many consider to be one of, if not the strongest reversal patterns on the bullish charts that you will see. And the reason being is because typically what happens whenever you have a cup and handle pattern, you have an identified cup line, okay? Now, your cup line serves as your breakout zone. This is the point in which if you break above this, you should typically be able to continue to the upside. Now, not only should you be able to just continue to the upside, typically speaking, your breakout target for a cup and handle pattern is going to be the distance from that cup line all the way to the bottom of the cup. So what you would do is you would take this distance here and you would take it above it and apply it to the top side of that cup line. And what that gives you at the top of that is your breakout target. That's the level in which, typically speaking, a full execution of a cup and handle pattern will break up towards, in this case being $79,106, which, as you can see, would put us in a spot in which we set a new all-time high. Now, am I saying we're about to go and move up to a new all-time high, especially with the state of the market right now? No. But what I am saying is that I would be a fool to not pay attention to what is happening here. Because although I don't particularly think the market's primed for that, I don't think it's primed for a move of that nature, I wouldn't say that it's impossible. You have to consider the fact that we are in a macro descending structure in which historically is a bullish continuation pattern. We have been holding up well. We did get a fake out to the downside, and from more of a perspective in which you can catch over here, we talked about the fact that most of our liquidations and things will happen if this market moves back upwards. There are a ton of liquidations that would happen here. And typically, the market moves in the direction of the most liquidations. And so because of that, what I would go ahead and say is that no, although it's not a guarantee, it's not something that I would even bet on quite yet, I am paying very close attention to it. Now, you may say, well, Tyler, why is it not a guarantee? Why is it not a lock? Well, you have to consider something, right? We are only truly seeing this structure form on the shorter time frames. We're only truly being able to see it here on the 4-hour candles. If we do pull back out to the daily candles, you can't really see that structure. And it's not to say that it's not there. It's just to say that this structure isn't very big. It's not very macro. And typically speaking, the bigger the structure, the bigger the move to the upside. And so considering that we have a structure right now that's very big on the 4-hour time frames and the hourly time frames, but not that big on the dailies, trying to assume that a structure of this size is going to kind of prime us for a move all the way to a new all-time high is a little unrealistic. And so I'm trying to limit your expectations in the sense that don't think this is just going to send it to the upside, but do know things are happening for Bitcoin right now on the shorter term time frames that are incredibly bullish. And if we can see this continuously play out, if we can see Bitcoin's price, of course, break above, say, $62,000 and fully execute above that cup line, I wouldn't be shocked if we see Bitcoin at minimum work its way back up towards 69 to 70K to retest the top side of this structure. I think those things are very possible, and I will continue to pay close attention to them as they do play out. So I just wanted to give you a showing today, just let you know, look, although I'm not going crazy buying right now, I'm not doing any of that stuff because the fundamentals do show us that we might roll a little bit here. I definitely am paying attention to the fact that if Bitcoin's price is capable of breaking and holding 62K, we might send it 10-15% towards the upside. And at that point, maybe once we break here, maybe this is the time frame in which I would be looking to do some buying, not particularly right here, especially knowing what's right above us. Because what you need to consider is that from a shorter term perspective, if we do draw this micro Fibonacci zone, we're sitting directly below that 618 to 786 box. This is the zone that's the most likely to reject a crypto back to the downside. And so knowing that we easily could be building up into something like this, again, I'm not going too crazy right now. Let's see if Bitcoin can break above 62. Let's see if it can hold above 62. And under that circumstance, then maybe I'll consider doing some purchasing, then hoping / expecting / praying for a move back up towards $69,000. So guys, of course, I will continue to update you as this does play out, but I like to just keep you up to date with this, even though there's not huge things I can talk about right now, because we talk about Bitcoin and Solana and much more on a daily basis. I try to keep you as updated as possible. And if you do think we're doing a good job of that here on the channel, please do let me know down, of course, in the comments below, or you can just like this video and subscribe to the channel if you are new. But with that said in mind, again, don't forget, check out the second channel down in the description below. Go check out the fundamental analysis and let me know what you think. And of course, I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.